When do you put your fish in the tank? You put them in immediately.
Well, hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish.
So you've got your fish tank set up. Hi there, guys. This is Father Fish. Today is the day for you to put your fish in your tank. That is to say, if you're thinking about putting your fish in your tank, then you need to put your fish in your tank. Do not delay putting fish in your tank. In order for your tank to cycle, you need to have fish in it. It's not going to cycle without fish. So put your fish in your tank when? Excellent question. I always put my fish in a brand new tank that I've just set up on day 2. I set the tank up, turn on the filter, turn on the light, put plants in it, let it sit for a day, and then day 2, I put fish in the tank. Now, I don't put a whole lot of fish in the tank. If I have a 10-gallon tank, I don't put 25 fish in it. I put maybe 3 or 4 small ones, 3 or 4 small fish. If you have a lot of angels that are a little bit bigger, put 2 of those in. Little fish, an inch or so, you could do 3 or 4. Put them in right away. And then wait a week, and if everything is fine, put 3 or 4 more in. In other words, build it up gradually. Now, the critical thing, of course, is everybody wants to feed their fish. Oh, I know. They're hungry. Listen, a fish that is not hungry is sick. You want your fish to be hungry. More than that, you want to keep them hungry. That doesn't mean never feed them. It means feed them a little bit. A little bit. A little bit at a time. Now, how much is a time? Well, it takes about 2 hours for a fish to process its food. That means from taking it in to running it through to pooping it out. About 2 hours. So you can feed them 12 times a day. Don't do that. I did not say that. I do not intend for you to do that. But 2 or 3 times is okay if you are feeding 1 flake per fish, or 1 little granule per fish. In other words, a very, very, very tiny, tiny, tiny amount. If you feed more than that, you're just going to ruin your tank. You'll foul a new tank. The reality is, with a brand new tank, you really don't want to put any food in at all. But who's going to believe that? And who's going to trust Father Fish to not put food in the tank? Well, you can put some in, but it needs to be a very tiny amount. And only once in a while. Truthfully, once every couple of days. But you can do a little bit more. The important thing to remember is that whatever you're putting in that tank increases the bio load on the tank. And if it's a brand new tank, it cannot handle very much bio load. That's why you put fish in it, to help the tank build up its ability to handle a greater and greater bioload. In other words, you're increasing the amount of bacteria in there that are consuming the ammonia and the waste products in order to be able to maintain a balanced tank. That starts day one. So in a very real sense, your tank is acclimated day one. Acclimated to nothing, to be sure, but that's why you put 2 or 3 fish in. So it can then become acclimated to 2 or 3 fish. That takes a day or two. Give it a week. And then put 2 or 3 more in. That allows it to build up even more because the biomass is building up. So it's increasing the ability to handle more and more bioload. Increase for a month and then let it sit and just watch it. You should not need to do anything at all. A little bit of food, a tiny, keep in mind tiny, not a big thick pinch, a little tiny skinny pinch. And do it to discipline yourself. Your fish are going to try to train you to feed them. Don't let them get away with it. You're the boss, they're not. Be in control. You are the one who is playing parent at this stage, and it's important that you accept the responsibility of that role. Just because they're whining and crying and jumping around and coming up and down the glass and saying, feed me, feed me, feed me, doesn't mean you need to do it. You do not need to do it. You give them a little bit and they'll be fine. I'll tell you what'll happen. They'll lose interest in you and start poking around on the bottom. And if you're putting a food web in your tank, more about that later, then they're going to find food, living food, in the aquarium. So, to answer the question now, when do you put your fish in the tank? You put them in immediately. I always put them in day 2. Just a few, 3 or 4 little ones. No more than that. If you put more in, you're going to create a lot of pressure and the fish will struggle and they may become stressed. Do it a little bit at a time and they'll be happy, you'll be happy, and most importantly, Father Fish will be happy. Because you will have a tank that you will fall in love with. Father Fish, hey guys, do me a big one, please. Subscribe to my channel. Press the follow button, the little bell, ring the bell. And most importantly, click on the like. If you will do that, the YouTube will wake up and say, oh, look, here's somebody who wants to be seen. And they'll put us out there more. So it's really up to you as to how Father Fish grows and how many people are able to visit his channel. Do your part and we'll all grow together. Happy fish keeping. Bye for now.